AI is not going to replace loan officers as a whole. Loan officers who understand AI are going to replace the loan officers that don't, because AI is not about just knowing technology, being a techie. It's about being relevant. It's about removing the manual work that keeps you invisible and overwhelmed. It keeps you the secret lender. And if you ignore this shift, you aren't just going to fall behind. You're actually going to slowly lose that relevance in a market that no longer rewards just knowing how to structure a loan. Okay. So I have lived through many, many markets. I've been in the business well over 20 years. I went to college for 4 days and I went to go work for the mortgage broker that I telemarketed for in high school. And I learned processing. I learned underwriting. I could structure a loan, work my way through problems. You know, as a loan originator, you can pretty much become the best problem solver in the world for anything in life once you've been in the loan business long enough. But that doesn't help you stay relevant. I've seen people in the mortgage industry that have a lot of talent doing those things, but they don't adapt, right? They don't change, they don't shift. No matter what interest rates are doing, no matter what we are experiencing with outside circumstances that are out of our control, the industry doesn't lose talent when those markets shift. They lose their adaptability, the ones that aren't willing to make the change. So right now, most loan officers are struggling because those who adapted and are staying manual, they're not ready to harness technology, they're just becoming the dinosaur. You don't want that. We're literally at a fork in the road, my friends, in this industry where you can choose to be that dinosaur that doesn't want to do anything different, that just wants to keep smiling and dialing and doing cold calls, which I did a whole other video training on on my YouTube channel and in my podcast. So if you want to watch that, I think it'd be really wise for me to really hyper in and show you, hold up a mirror to why that dinosaur cold call, coffee, happy hour approach isn't working anymore. So point is that loan officers are struggling because they are still depending on time, memory, their energy, which everything is energy. That's great. But if you're hoping that you are going to remember to call that lead back, that you're going to manually fire off an email, it's just not going to work for you. You're being the dinosaur. So here's an example that it kind of blew me away. So my students in Ignite, in my longer course that I do, like my big Kahuna offer. So in my Ignite course, I had a student that was about a year and a half in. First 4 months he worked with me, he doubled his business. He started running Facebook ads. He started getting more visible. So he stopped being the secret lender. Yes, he got certain systems in place, but he showed me. I said, do you do email marketing? And he's like, yeah, I do email marketing. I'm like, okay, show me. So he actually would send an email to himself and like BCC manually all of his list, which was like maybe 25 to 30 people. That's not your whole book of business. That's not your Dream 100 list that I taught him at Ignite. So we had to change things. He had to learn his CRM because that's the automation piece of it. And then he had to learn AI to create, for example, those email sequences that he could send out and pre-schedule so he doesn't have to rely on just memory alone. Okay, so really important that you know how to do these things. So lesson 1 here is AI protects your time so you can protect your relationships. People have a short-term memory in our industry. So if you are thinking, well, if I call them once, I have coffee with them, they're just going to send me business for the rest of their lives. Well, that's not going to happen. You know that. So think about it. I really want this to be kind of a pattern interrupt for you where you're realizing that in any industry, any entrepreneur, if you're a lender, you're an entrepreneur, but you got to stay in front of people. That's why influencers on Instagram, for example, will continue to create content, street cred, like show them speaking on stages. They'll give you what's called a lead magnet, which I teach in another one of my YouTube videos of what's a lead magnet and how to use it. So look out for that if you're wanting to do that. But they're staying in front of you. So think about that. They're not calling you every Monday and saying, hey, I want you to watch my video, or hey, are you going to show up to my in-person events, or you want to go to dinner, you want to go to lunch. They're actually using pre-scheduling, they're using video, they're using content, and they're using AI to come up with the ideas. So make sure that you are doing that. AI and automations are going to save your life and save you time. One of the biggest pitfalls that I see is usually under one of these three categories. So when I talk to lenders, or the ones that I private coach, the one-on-ones, or in my smaller group, my mastermind, when I ask them directly what their biggest issue is, it always falls under the time management category. So AI and automations are the solve for that, or it falls under the marketing strategy, which AI and automation should be part of your marketing plan for 2026 and moving forward. Or they say it's a mindset thing, like I'm scared of technology, or I procrastinate. That's a mindset thing. I procrastinate because I'm fearful of implementing this new thing, or what if it doesn't work, or what if it costs too much money, or what if I spend too much time and my old school thing is like the safer route. So use the AI and automations to save you time. So lesson number 2 is when you do it manually, you are literally relying on writing down that lead on a post-it note. We've all done it. I've done it. So I'm no better than you. I'm no less, I'm no less type B than most entrepreneurs are. It's just that I really realized that that no longer served me, and it didn't have to, because when you have a CRM, that's your automation. When you have the AI, you can collapse time to figure out what content you're putting in those automations. So your leads are all being tracked, and they're being nurtured. You're staying in front of them, because manual is let me think of how I want to explain this the best. Is basically when you're relying on memory to help you follow up, your outreach sucks. Your growth becomes like so fragile, because that real estate agent, CPA, divorce attorney, financial advisor, the host of that real estate investor meetup or private Facebook group that you've been going in and nurturing the members to earn the right to do like a joint collab with that real estate investor, private Facebook group, whatever that may be, you're relying on that growth to just be them remembering you because of that one thing that you did. You got to stay in front of them. Examples of staying in front of them and not doing it manually are automated emails, pre-scheduled content that you can do through video. You can embed videos, drive traffic to any of your social media, but you can't do it manually. It's just not going to happen. So one thing I need to make clear about AI is that AI is not, when people think of AI, you're not building the app. Like that is coding and dumping information into it and seeing, I think Elon Musk said that his AI system learned something like in 18 days. So you're not doing that back end stuff. Somebody else, some brainiac that's good at their lane was the one that figured it out. So when you think AI, I want you to think, how can I make my prompts better? How can I figure out what apps like Opus? I love Opus Clips. I love Cast Magic. I love Fathom because it's a note taker that will summarize what I commit to doing to my students or what I commit to doing to my coach on a Zoom. You pair that with Fathom and it will take notes for you. I am one of my coaches. I have so many coaches, it's crazy, but it's great, right? Investing in yourself to build those skills or knowledge, and hiring a coach to get you there faster. That's like the smartest thing I ever did for my growth, for my business, for my financial freedom that I now have, for my peace of mind. So I did a coach meeting and she put it in Fathom. She sends me the call recording using AI and automations. She sends me the review, like directs me to the link of the module that I need to go back and watch. And it sent me a meeting summary in Fathom, 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 in case you want to look into it. Maybe you're already using it, maybe you're not, but this is AI that will help you. You don't have to like build the app. It's just, what is Fathom? Sign up, do like the free trial or whatever, or you can even just use the freebie version, depending on if you want to like download the videos or not. And just get fired up about it because it's going to save you significant time, energy, and money. That's what a system stands for. Save yourself significant time, energy, and money. So in Fathom, she showed it to me and I was like, oh, that's right. I said I was going to create 3 of this. I said I was going to download this and watch this. And then the third action item that Fathom Note Taker sent over to me from her AI meeting summary, I had forgotten about the third action item. So bottom line is, please don't be afraid of AI and automations, and know that the loan officers that are just taking, like, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time, taking little bite-sized pieces out of that big end result goal of the 20, 30 loans per month, or the Facebook ads, the master classes, the CRM mastery. If you do anything just 15 minutes a day for a whole year, which won't take you a year to master your CRM, you are better at that thing. Even if it's guitar, singing lessons, CRM, whatever it may be, like learning ChatGPT, focusing on the prompts, learning how to run Facebook ads. If you do anything for just 15 minutes a day for a year, you are better at that thing than 90% of the world. So imagine, the bar is so low in our lending industry. People are really bad at time management. I know, because I talked to hundreds of them. They're like, Tiff, can you please help me? My time management and my systems and my processes absolutely suck. Okay. So that's one thing. Marketing strategy, automations all day long, learning AI to do that. If you work on your mindset, instead of like folding laundry and or emptying the dishwasher, going for a run, or going to the gym, scrolling on TikTok to get that dopamine hit, learn the AI and technology. Set your phone alarm for 15 minutes a day and make a little note of what you're going to dive into. Do that thing consistently just for 30 days. Watch you get an uplift in your tools and your skill and your knowledge of AI and automation. So if you liked this video, go look at my next training video, which is why specifically cold calls and coffee appointments with realtors is no longer going to work for you as a lead gen system. So go find that. I will tell you all the bells and whistles of what not to do and what to do. So I hope you like this video. Comment one of your aha moments at the bottom in the comment section here, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.